Okay, today we are working on front kicks. And we're going to focus on controlling your leg and controlling your hip and controlling your foot while we do all of that. So first thing about front kicks. Normally we do front kicks and we kick a paddle. And that's just fine, but the paddle is this shape right here. So when my foot hits that, boom, I hit with the top of my foot, and that works just fine. But as soon as I'm trying to hit my partner who has a chest guard on, pretend that this wall is my partner and they have chest guard. As soon as I try and do that kick, if I make the same shape, I'm going to hit my toes first. So I like to practice front kicks as much as I can, working on curling my toes up so that I'm actually hitting with the ball of my foot right here. So on my hand, I'm not hitting with my toes, not hitting with my heel, I'm hitting with the ball of my foot. So that'd be this part right here, right next to your toes. Boom. So that's the way that I like to do front kicks, because I'm not practicing to kick paddles, I'm practicing to kick my training partners. So that's just my way of doing it. You can do whatever works for you, but that's how I'm going to be doing it. So if you notice that difference with my toes.
I'm Instructor Owen.
That is why. Yes, sir.
It says Zoom is unable to detect the camera. Make sure that your camera is powered and connected to your computer.
Okay, then what should you do? I think you should make sure that your camera is connected to power and turned on. You remember what fixed this last time? There's a certain 2 buttons that you pushed that changed it. Isan remembers. What is it, Isan? I think it's Shift F7. Try that, see if that helps.
Yeah, when we do that, it shows the Zoom is unable to detect the camera. When we do that, you can't.
I don't know then. That's the only trick I got. All right, let's see if you can figure it out. We're going to go ahead and move on with the rest of class. All right, so front kicks. Let's try some front kicks and see where you guys are at. So ready, kicking stance, and do as many front kicks as you have room for. And reset when you run out of room. And try again. Front kick. Front kick. Front kick. Very good. So go ahead and keep going. I'm going to talk at you a little bit while you're practicing those. So front kicks aren't one of my favorite kicks. And I think I figured out why that was last class with the adults talking about it a little bit. I think if I'm close enough to use a front kick, I would rather use my hands because that's what I'm used to. So I think I like the longer range Taekwondo kicks like round kicks and hook kicks and push kicks. And the stuff that happens when you're in closer, I don't like that range. I don't like picking my feet up that high when I'm in that range. So these aren't one of my favorites, but there's still a lot of really useful things about them because your front kick is the same shape with your leg as a round kick. You're just doing something different with your hips and your body. So it's a great way to cross-train for that. It also sets you up for axe kicks later, and it relates to push kicks as well. So we're focusing on this front kick so that you can have good front kicks and so that you can understand some more things about how your hips help you in all of these kicks. So let's jump into that a little bit. The first most important thing about a front kick is if you can't get your foot up in the air, you can't do a good one. So let's try some stretch kicks first and see how high we can get our leg. So the rules, you have to keep your bottom leg straight, you have to keep your kicking leg straight, and you have to keep your back and your head straight up. So if you go like this, is that a good stretch kick? No, because my leg isn't straight. I'm keeping my leg bent. Instructor Alex is going to work on this with you a little bit more later. But try to keep that leg, your toe pointed or curled up, and your knee nice and straight the whole time. Let's do about 8 on each side. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and switch other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. So those are stretch kicks. You're focusing on keeping your legs straight and moving the whole thing up at once. However high you can get on your stretch kick, you should be able to get a little bit higher on your front kick. Because when you do a front kick, you don't have to move your whole leg at once. You can kind of cheat and throw your knee up first and then snap your foot afterwards. So you can use the momentum of your hip and your knee to get even higher. So think about how high you were doing your stretch kicks and do some front kicks just in place and see if you can get your foot a little higher. See how high you can get your front kicks. And switch, try the other leg. So now that I'm getting these higher, starting to understand where they might be a little more useful than I thought. Good job, everyone. So that's the basics of your front kick. Now we're going to try to add a little bit more hip power to that. So to start, I'm going to have everyone turn sideways and pick up one knee. What we're going to do now is we're going to imagine that there's a paddle or a target about 6 inches in front of that knee. You have to find a way to get there without moving your bottom foot. So you have to slide your hips forward, boom, and touch that paddle and come back. Slide forward, boom, touch, come back. Boom, and back. Boom, and back. Touch, reset. Touch, reset. Touch, reset. Good job, other side. Knee up. And slide your knee forward, touch, reset. Reach forward, touch. Reach forward, touch. Reach forward, touch. And touch. And touch. Good job. All right, now we're going to do something that's a little weird. We're going to start mixing mechanics. So that move that we just did where our hip is up and we're driving forward, I call that linear hip drive. Linear just means it's going in a straight line. So that means your hips are going straight forward and adding power to your kick. So when I do a round kick, am I using linear hip drive or am I using something else? Are my hips both going straight forward together? No, they're rotating, they're spinning. So you can actually use both of those at the same time. So we're going to try to sneak a little bit of rotational hip power into our front kick. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to have my toes facing forward and my knee facing forward. And I'm going to spin my toes out that way while I do this move that we were talking about. So instead of my hips both coming forward together, I'm going to slip. And one of them is going to come forward more than the other one. So this one with my leg up is going to come forward a little more. I'll show you all the other angles. So normally I was just going here with both hips coming forward. Now I'm going to slip and let this one stretch forward even farther. So this starts to get confusing because it feels more like a side kick or a round kick, but we're going to try to hold our leg and our knee in this angle. So I'm not going to spin over like a round kick or a side kick. I'm going to spin this side and leave this one up. All right, let's try that together. Knee up, stretch forward, and pivot a little bit. Reset. Stretch forward, pivot. Reset. Stretch, pivot. Reset. Good. So again, make sure you're not letting your knee roll over. This is a different twist than we've been working on. We've been working on a twist where both of your feet and your hips turn. Now we're leaving this foot up and just turning the other one. So it means your hips have to be able to open a lot more. And let's try the other side. Knee up, slide forward and open, leaving your foot hanging down. Reset, push and twist. Reset, push and twist. Reset, push, twist. Very good. All right, now let's try adding that back in to our front kick. So don't spin your foot as much as you would for a round kick, because then you're going to do a round kick on accident. But try driving this hip forward, spinning your foot a little bit, and snapping out from there. So your foot here should end up facing on a 45-degree angle and not farther than that. So the whole thing's gonna look like this. I'm in my stance. I'm gonna step forward, roll my hip forward, drive my knee up, front kick, and twist out to a 45-degree angle, and then come down and land forward. It's a lot of steps, but it's actually a pretty easy motion. Boom. Reset. Front kick. Forward. Nice job. Boom. Reset. Boom. Boom. And boom. Good job. Try the other leg. Nice job, everyone.
All right, so what we are focusing on is connectivity. We're trying to focus on the moves in between the moves, because if we want to grow to be beautiful trees one day, or in our case, black belts, we have to work hard on our techniques and practice so that we can grow strong branches to lift up our knowledge, all right? So first things first is we've been doing front kicks. In the park, we were talking about doing front kicks and doing them controlled. So we're gonna take what we learned from instructor Owen earlier, and we're gonna adapt it into our physical workout for today. So what I want everyone to try doing, if you wanna grab a chair or something, you can grab a chair, or if you want bonus credit, you can try seeing if you can practice your balance without holding anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do front kicks. So everybody bring up your knee just like this. We're gonna have it, you know, it doesn't need to be so high, but it needs to be high enough that it's challenging you, which means it's hard to extend your leg fully. So what we're gonna do, what I mean by extend our leg fully, is like this. We're gonna point our toes out, and then we're gonna bend it back. But the thing is, we have to, let me switch this to gallery mode. We have to know how to control it coming out and bending. So tell me the difference between these two. This is the first one, and this is the second one. What's the difference? Younghee?
You pointed your toe.
I pointed my toes, yes. What else did you see?
I think that's the only thing I saw.
That's the only thing you saw? Okay, let me exaggerate it a little bit more. Watch this. First one. And second one.
I got it.
What was it?
So, like you extended your leg on the first one, then
Yeah.
it came down sloppy.
Exactly. We came down sloppy. Actually, what's really interesting is that a lot of people, when they want to do these kicks, they just want to go like this. They want to do, "Hah!" and they want to go, "Hah!" They want to do all these really cool moves. And yeah, maybe it looks cool, but we want to learn good techniques so we can do cool moves while it also being practical, which means it's also usable, all right? I see a lot of students still do this. So what I want you to try doing is I want you to try to do this technique and control the extend and control the bend, all right? So a good example is some people, when they go to the gym or do a workout, they do a workout and they only do enough to make them feel like a little uncomfortable. But if you feel a little uncomfortable about something and you walk away, you don't get to experience it. So here's a good example. If I have a soccer game that I'm going to go to, it's my first soccer game ever, everybody, and I'm really excited about it. And, you know, I get my uniform on, I go to my team, I say hi to everybody, and we're running around, we're stretching, we're kicking balls, we're practicing, and then all I have to do is walk out on the field and play the game. I get out on the field, I play for about 10 minutes, and I say, you know what? Oh, that was good. I'm done. Would you do that? Some people do that, and that's okay sometimes, but if you stick through and try harder and work on it and play the game the entire time, then you get better at playing soccer, just like Taekwondo. If you keep on doing kicks like this, you're not going to get anywhere. You got to have black belt focus. And when we say black belt focus, we want to know how to control our mind, our body, and our spirit. All right? And by that means we want to challenge ourselves, because if we don't challenge ourselves and we give up early, we're not going to get better. We're going to stay bare minimum. All right? So let's try to get A+, or let's try to get really good techniques. So let's try and practice, okay? So we're going to bring up our knee. Let's do 10 of these together. Ready? So I'm holding on to something for support, but if I want to challenge myself, I'm going to see if I can work on my balance too. So I'm going to do one with it and then one without. Ready? So let's hold our knee up. Let's extend it fully and lock our legs straight. Ready? And go. Lock it straight, just like that. Good, and bend it. Good. Remember, I'm controlling the bend back. I'm not just letting it fall down. I want to see that strength. I know all of you are super strong, okay? Let's see you be superheroes and Jedis and ninjas, all right? 2, and bend. Good. 3, and bend. Good. 4, and bend. 5, and bend. Good. 6, and bend. And I know right now your hip maybe is screaming and it feels a little tight, but fight through it. Fight through it, everybody. 7. Keep going. I know it stings, but let's be strong. 8, and bend. Good, you're almost there. 9, and bend. Hold it up, everybody. And 10, hold it and bend. Keep your knee up, And down. Good job, everybody. Now shake out your leg. Now, think of every kick and every situation you get into in life. If you back out quickly, you might not learn what's going to happen, all right? You might not learn something. We want to keep learning. So let's bring up our next leg. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's tell our leg who's boss, all right? I'm going to do 10 because I said so. Let's do it. Ready? And 1, extend and bend. Good. 2, extend, hold it, and bend it. Control it. Control that leg. You are the master of your body. And extend, hold it, bend. That's 4. Again, 5, extend, hold it, bend. Good job, everybody. Black belt focus. Let's see if we can slow it down. Let's slow it down. 6. Good. 7. Good. 8. Almost there. I know your leg is hurting or maybe stinging, but let's tell your body that it's okay. My body's fine. I got this. Instructor Alex got this. Let's do 2 more. Ready? 9. And bend. Good. 1 more. We got this, everybody. And go. 10. Hold it. And bend. Leave your knee up. And down. Good job, everybody. That's what I like to see. I know everybody's strong here. We got black belts here. Remember, I'm going to teach you one more thing. We can show you all the cool stuff in the world of how to be a black belt and how to do this and how to do that. But the only thing that's going to get you to that point is you and your level of commitment. So what are you going to do to commit to being a black belt? You got to challenge yourself. Black belt focus. Black belt grit. All right? Let's see it. I know all of you got it in you. We got to be strong. So, now let's try doing this from the ground. We did it from the ground yesterday, so now it's going to be a little easier, but maybe it's a little harder for some people, and that's okay. So let's lay down like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to have our knee up, just like this. And we're going to do the same thing. So, do we want our leg bent? No, we don't want our leg bent at all. We want it to be straight completely. We don't want it to bend like this at all. Everyone see my leg? That's bent. This is straight. That's bent. That's bent. That's bent. This is straight. Okay? So let's see if we can keep our legs straight. And if it's too hard, let your knee come down a little bit more. But if it's too easy, that means you're going too low. When you straighten your leg and it's super easy, we don't want that. We don't want it to be super easy. I'm not going to learn how to be a black belt if it's super easy. Let's make it a little challenging, okay? Good job, everybody. I'm proud of you all. Let's do 10. Ready? And 1. And bend. Good. 2. Extend. Hold it and bend. Good. 3. Extend. Bend. Way to go, team. And 4. Extend. Bend. Nice. Team Family Black Belt Academy. We got this. 5. Extend. And bend. Nice. Let's do 6. Extend and bend. All right, everybody, let's try doing it a little slower now. 7. Slowly out and slowly back down. Good. 8. Slowly out. Extend fully. Lock your foot and bend it back slowly. Good. 9. We got this. I know your leg is hurting, but we got this. We got to power through. If you need to shake it for a second, shake it and bring it back up. Ready? And 9. Extend and bend. 1 more. Ready? And 10. Hold it out. Extend and bend. And put it down. Good job, everybody. Now wiggle it out. Wiggle your legs out like this. Shake it out a little bit. Oh, that feels good. But we challenged ourselves. We challenged ourselves and we did it. That's what's important. So next time you say you can't do something, I bet you can. I bet you can. All right? Let's try this now. Let's do the other leg. 10. Why 10? Because we gave our other leg 10 and they need to be equal. They're best friends. They're going to be by each other for the rest of life. Both of your legs. So let's give them the same respect and love. All right? Ready? And 1. Extend and bend. Good. And 2. Extend and bend. Nice. And 3. Extend and bend. Nice. And 4. Extend and bend. 5. Extend. Hold it and bend. Nice. All right, we got halfway through. Let's go slower now. Ready? 6. Extend and bend. Nice. 7. Extend and hold and bend back down. Good. 8. Extend and bend. 9. 2 more. I know your leg is hurting a little bit, but we got this, everybody. Let's go, team. 9. Hold it. Hold it. And bend. Good. 10. Last one. Extend it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And bend. Leave your knee up. Leave your knee up. And down. Good job, everybody. Everybody sit on up and be crisscross with me. Nice job. Isan, what are you doing on your computer? It's surely not Taekwondo. Thank you, buddy. We're going to ask your parents to put a block on all your internet searches. All right, left leg out. Everybody, we're going to do a hurdle stretch. So when we work out, we want to stretch too because we want to be black belts. We have to have good flexibility. So let's reach for our toes, bend at the waist, don't hunch our back, okay? Ready? Let's count together. Hana, duo, set, net, daset, yaset. You go. Yedun, hop, and yo. Nice. Let's do the other foot. Ready? Hana, duo, set, net, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 일곱, 벤요. Good job. Let's do baseball diamond. Actually, no, let's do butterfly. Butterfly's better. Ready? And 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, and 열. Good job, everybody. All right, let's stand up. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to apply all of those drills we just did on standing up and on the ground into our kicks. All right? So we all know how to do a front kick. A front kick is an easy kick, right? But it's surprising. A lot of people are still doing front kicks wrong. So remember, what you practice, you have to keep on doing it or else you'll forget it. I used to learn Japanese in high school, and because I haven't used it, parts of it are fluttering away, and I don't remember everything as I used to. But I have to practice it to remember it. So like Taekwondo, if you don't practice these kicks again and again and again and again and again and again, we're going to forget how to do them well, okay? So, everybody get in a kicking stance. Aya! What we're going to do is we're going to do a front kick, but you're going to do it in slow motion the entire time and control your movement the entire way. So watch me. We're going to go knee up slowly. I'm going to extend out, hold it, bend it back, and put it down in front of me slowly and get in my stance again. Just like that, okay? We can do it fast, and it's cool to do it fast. But it's also cool to do it slow, and I doubt you all can do it. But prove me wrong. I challenge you. Let's see how slow you can do it and not fall over. Can you do it with good technique? I challenge you because I know you guys can do it. But you have to try. I could give you the challenge, but now you have to prove it to me. Can you commit to it? Can you do it? All right? Kicking stance loud, kia, aya! Ready? And one. Slow, knee up, extend out, bend your knee, put it down in front of you, land in a kicking stance. Aya! Maybe that key-up was delayed. All right, try it again, other side, ready, go. Slowly, knee up, extend out, kick, aya! And put it down in front of you. Kicking stance. Good. I'm going to give myself some more room. Let's do it again. Ready? And go. Knee up. Extend. Bend. And down. Good. Other foot. Ready? Go. Knee up. Extend. Bend. Down. Good, again. Ready? Knee up. Extend. Bend. And down. Good. Again, part about being a black belt, again, is knowing how to control yourself mentally and physically so that your mind, body, and soul is all one and you know how to handle any situation that you come into, okay? That is part about being a black belt. So, what everyone's going to do now is we're going to sit down and we're going to meditate. And we're going to do this with Instructor Owen. But remember, as a challenge, I told people this in the park, but because I like challenging my students, I think meditation is the world challenging you. The world is trying to distract you with all the things that are happening. And it's okay to hear them. And it's okay to be distracted by them. But what you're doing is you're turning within so that you can focus on yourself. And it's okay if you hear something. But just remember that you're meditating and you want to bring it back to focus on the moment and yourself. So think about what you worked on today. Close your eyes. Do not surf the web, please. Thank you. And I'm going to turn it over to Instructor Owen.
All right, everyone grab a seat, get comfortable. So we were working on a lot of control exercises in class today, making our leg go nice and slow out, nice and slow back in. So let's try doing the same thing with our breath. So try to bring as much focus and control as you can to your breath. Try to breathe as fully and as slowly as you can. Fill your lungs all the way up. Then as slowly and as fully as you can all the way out. So part of the control here is being aware of distractions. It's not that you're trying not to be distracted, because that won't work. As soon as you think, I'm not going to be distracted, that thought itself is a distraction. So it's okay to be distracted. Just try to notice when you are distracted and bring your focus right back to your breath as soon as you notice. All right, let's try. We'll do about a minute together. Just to stretch your back up nice and tall. Find a quiet spot for your hands. Relax your eyes closed. And bring all of your focus and attention to your breath. Everyone grab a seat and get comfortable. So we were working on a lot of control exercises in class today, making our leg go nice and slow out, nice and slow back in. So let's try doing the same thing with our breath. So try to bring as much focus and control as you can to your breath. Try to breathe as fully and as slowly as you can. Fill your lungs all the way up, and as slowly and as fully as you can all the way out. So part of the control here is being aware of distractions. It's not that you're trying not to be distracted, because that won't work. As soon as you think, I'm not going to be distracted, that thought itself is a distraction. So it's okay to be distracted. Just try to notice when you are distracted and bring your focus right back to your breath as soon as you notice. All right, let's try. We'll do about a minute together. So stretch your back up nice and tall. Find a quiet spot for your hands. Relax your eyes closed. And bring all of your focus and attention to your breath. All right, everyone, excellent job. Thanks for meditating with me today. Let's go ahead and stand up and bow out. Yay. Excellent job, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Bye. Bye.